Hi everyone, welcome and welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I made these pull-apart cupcake cakes. They're super easy and cute for Valentine's Day, either for resales or to give away to your friends and family. So if you want to see how I made these, go ahead and keep on watching. Okay, so here I've already just divided up my cupcakes into 3 because I am going to be doing heart-shaped designs for all these mini cakes. So here I'm just going to make sure I squish them in really nice before I start piping in my border. And here you don't need any special tip. You can just use even your spatula. Here I just use the small tip with the biggest circle to go ahead and ice all around and fill in my frosting. And here I'm going to smooth it out, but not too much because this is going to be like a notebook paper love letters. And so here I am using the Wilton tip number 2. It's the smallest little hole so I can make my lines on the paper. So you're going to want to start with a super steady hand, and you're going to put pressure on the bag, and you're going to slowly let the line guide you. Don't guide the line because you will probably go crooked. So here I'm just doing the same thing across now. I'm just letting the line go down as we go, and when you get towards the end, just release that pressure and let the line fall down. And here I'm not worried too much about the edges because I'm going to be putting a border and no one's going to see that. Okay, once I'm done with that, I'm going to be using my Wilton tip number 18, the Open Star, to pipe my border. And to pipe this border is going to be super easy because before you start, always practice on your spatula first. We're just going to be making little X's on our cake. I feel like this border is going to look really cute. And the frosting recipe I am using canned frosting from the store. And I do just add a couple of ingredients to hack it to make me a more stable consistency to pipe our designs. And so I did speed it up a little. I'm just doing X's all around. I really like this design because when me and my husband used to be dating, he used to always make me these cute little love notes. And this is what I thought of. So here I'm going to be using this stencil that I got off of Amazon. And I did end up cutting them shorter so I can go ahead and make them closer to my cake. And here I'm just going to be using my spray paint machine that uses edible ink. And I'm going to add in a couple drops of water. And then I'm going to add in my food coloring so I can go ahead and start spraying on my cake. And I did get these food colorings off of Amazon as well as my spray machine. If you've never decorated any cakes with this type of spray machine, I do recommend one because it makes making colors and different effects super easy. All you do is just give it a little shake when you put the coloring and go ahead and pre-spray before you put on your cake to be sure you like the consistency and color. And there I did go ahead and add more black because I thought it was too clear. So here I'm going to gently lay it down, but as you can see I was struggling. So if you do make this design, and you're going to use a stencil like me, I do recommend putting it down the cake first before you do the border and do the border last. And if you're going to be doing this technique, also only spray left to right or right to left. If you go up and down, it's going to be a big mess because you're going to distort the whole lettering. And here's how it looks, super easy. And I was going to add color to my letters, but I figured it would just look more manly-ish and just regular black and white. And I'm just using some random sprinkles I had laying around. And like I've said before, pull-apart cupcake cakes are so easy to make any simple design, especially if you don't want to bake or you don't have an oven. You can just go to the bakery at Walmart and tell them you want some cupcakes that are not iced, and they will sell them to you. So here I'm going to be using my same tip, Wilton number 2, to create my little hearts. To make the hearts, you just pipe in a V shape, and that's how you get a nice looking heart. And I did get this color by mixing the purple, the blue, and the pink all together, and I ended up with this dark, nice teal color. And this is how it looks once it's all done. Okay, now to our second cupcake design. I've been seeing these little Highland cows everywhere, Hobby Lobby, Walmart, for Valentine's Day, and I thought it was just super cute. So I decided to make one in a cupcake shape. And I am using the Wilton tip here, and I will put it on the screen. So to use this grass tip, it's super easy. You're just going to press and then release. And when you release, that string is going to pull itself. So there's no need to like press and go really hardcore with it. So you're just gonna press, let go, and then the strings will just go with your hand. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just gonna go in a downwards motion for the whole cupcake. And I'm gonna give this little 3 cupcakes to my baby niece because she loves animals and flowers. So here I went ahead and just melted some chocolate almond bark and I put it in a bag so I can make the little nose and the ears. All these designs that I'm showing here today are super easy to recreate. They did not take me long at all. The thing that took me the longest was actually just making all the icing colors. And I'm going to smooth out the nose and the ears. And I did leave a little indent at the bottom for her mouth. And all these cupcakes are small enough to fit in those little boxes they have at Walmart. I will link the sizes below if I can find them. And here I just made a little batch of black buttercream in a little bag. And I'm going to pipe 1 eyeball. And I'm going to draw the hair on her face. Fun fact about me, I do have a mini farm. I just have like ducks, pigs, chickens. And I really wish I could get a Highland Cow because they're super cute. Now I'm going to be using this tip with the fat part facing down to go ahead and make my little flowers. So here I'm just going to be making little N shapes or little arches. And I'm going to put one behind the other to give us a nice petal lift effect. And I do about 3 rows in each flower. If you're someone who sells treats or has a little small baking business, these are so cheap and easy way to bring in some extra cash because as we all know, you can get so many cupcakes out of a box. It only took 3 cupcakes per design, so that's really going to be good on profit. The designs I'm doing are also very beginner friendly, so it will save you a lot of time at the end. As a baker and reseller, time is money. And here I'm just going to be using my little open star tip to create my little rosettes because I wanted the cow to have like a little flower crown. And here I'm using the Wilton tip number 2 to pipe out my I heart moo phrase onto my flowers. This is how my little cow turned out. And now I wish I would have left some eyes on it because I asked my husband if he knew what he was looking at. And he was like, no, I can't tell what it is. And then so I had to tell him it was a cow. Now on to our next design. So here it doesn't matter what tip you're using. I'm just using a big circle so I can make my outline and fill in my shape. And I found it best to go along with the shape of the cupcakes and then make my straight line how I did there because I feel like it makes it more stable and gives it a better, more outline for a heart. And I got this color by mixing the Pillsbury blue and pink together. And it's going to be this nice magenta-ish blue. And I'm just going to smooth it out. This cupcake design is super easy because all we're going to be doing is just adding in some chocolate puzzle pieces and are saying love you to Pieces. But I'm going to be putting love you to Pisces because it's a little inside joke to the person I'm giving it to. Here I'm using my Wilton tip number 2 to write out my letters. I think these 2 colors match so well together. And here you do see me write it one way, but then at the end I decided to write it the separate way so it can make more sense as to why I'm putting Pisces instead of Pieces. And I am not the best person at writing on cake, so this is the best I was able to do. This chocolate mold, you can get it from Michael's, and I'm pretty sure Hobby Lobby as well. So instead of me using the mold the right way, I'm flipping it around, and I'm just making a medium-sized layer of chocolate onto it. So when I put it in the freezer, I can just pop them right off and place them onto my cake. So now that I've already put them in the freezer, I'm going to go ahead and start taking them apart to put them here. And they came off super easy. All you have to do is just squish the mold together and the pieces pop right off. And I feel like this would have looked cuter if I would have had white chocolate. But I was not able to find any white chocolate in the store, so I just opted in for the brown chocolate. Which I feel still matches in a way because it brings out the pink. But now that I'm seeing this, I should have done a thick border and then put a few puzzle pieces on the border. That we can tell more what you were looking at. Because through the camera you can't really see it. But in person it did look more nicer. This is the final result. Now I'm going to start my last design. And here I'm not using no piper. I meant piping tip. I'm just using my cobbler to outline my cupcake and fill in the whole thing. And for this last set of cupcakes, I did have several designs in mind. But I ended up opting in for just a simple, cute little pink cupcake with a purple border and some sprinkles. A cute design also would have been a tic-tac-toe drawn onto the middle of the heart. That would have been nice too. So I'm just going to smooth it out as much as I can. Once I'm done smoothing it out, I'm going to go ahead and start using my Open Star tip again. This is going to be one of the easiest designs out of all these cupcakes because it only requires about 2 colors and a little bit of sprinkles. And this definitely should be on your sales list this year because it's very simple and easy, and that's not going to require too much time. And everybody loves a cute little heart with sprinkles on it. The best thing about all these designs is that I literally only used about 2 frosting tips, which was Wilton tip 2 and then our Open Star tip, other than our tip for the grass and for our flowers. This is the final result. And that's it for today's video, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the little bell to get notified every single time I post a new video. And thank you guys for watching. And if you have any questions or comments, don't forget to drop them down below. At the end of this video, I'm going to link my Valentine's Day playlist and my frosting video so you can go ahead and check it out.